Hey, it's good to see you. I'm glad you could be here. Today is January 19th. January 19th, January 19th. One too many E's, but whatever. 2026. Another week. Yeah. This past week was interesting. You know, I seem to make the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. I have for quite some time. You know, I'd like to think that I don't mind making mistakes. But what bothers me in particular is that it's the same mistakes. Will I never learn? It's like wishing that cake would stop being delicious. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's always gonna be delicious. It's always gonna be a temptation, if you will. How to get past that? I don't know. Brute force, I guess. Willpower. Two things I have very little of. If I had stats, there wouldn't be much there. That's undoubtable. I did play disc golf, though. I feel like I'm getting better. I started throwing other discs, which is fun, because I was just throwing my putter. But I feel like I have to get used to throwing other discs, you know? Get used to what it feels like. See, what else did I do? Did I do anything interesting? Oh, that's how I feel at the end of each day. I'm like, I know I did stuff today, like technically, but man, it feels like I did nothing. And like, it's my own fault. It's not like I'm... what I really need to do is get out more, you know? I need to accomplish more. What would happen to living with intent? I was talking about that like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, however long. Why is that so hard? It's not hard. It feels hard. Bother. If I had a dime for every time I said if I had a dime, I'd have a amount of dimes. I wonder how many times I've made goals. How many times I've thought, you know, today's the day I'm going to change. 25, 50, 100 times? That seems like a lot, but I mean, let's say I get disillusioned with life once a month. It's probably more than once a month, but let's just say once a month. Not disillusioned with life, disillusioned with myself. Am I even using the word disillusioned correctly? I don't know. That's the word that comes to mind, though. But let's say once a month. That's 12 times a year. And, I can stack up. Over 10 years, that's 120 disillusions. Did I do that math right? 12 times 10, 120. That'd be very embarrassing if I didn't. Maybe I just need to be embarrassed more. Maybe I'm not embarrassed enough. Not that I don't get embarrassed, but the opportunity to be embarrassed. Perhaps I need to embrace that more. To be more vulnerable. Because I can be as self-deprecating as I like. But that's controlled. That's me who's doing that. Embarrassment is different. Embarrassment is earnestly trying at something and failing and being laughed at. No, that's not. That is. No, that's not quite right. How people might find that embarrassing. I don't think that's embarrassing in and of itself. In and of itself. What does that mean? In and of itself? To be of something? To be in something? Anyway. Embarrassment. Embarrassment. Not something not going the way you expect it to go. What is embarrassment? Is it just like, is embarrassment a sign of a lack of confidence? I don't know. Let's see, if I went out into public and I forgot to put my pants on, I'd be pretty embarrassed. Some people wouldn't be embarrassed. They might laugh. Hey, that's pretty funny. I forgot to put my pants on and everybody saw. That's pretty funny. It's like the border between embarrassment and humor and fear and all, like, it's like so razor thin. I don't know why annoying. It's like the light spectrum, or this, yeah, that's what it's called, right? Spectrum of light. Like visible light is like that much. And you get all the rest of this. I guess that's how I felt this week. That's a nice sound, isn't it? satisfying. Scratchy pen. You know, I'm fortunate that I don't have to deal with real issues in life. Real problems. All my problems are in my head. The only competitor, the only difficulty in this life is me. I'm my only problem. It's so silly. I mean, at times it feels so impassable. The change is so difficult, especially self-imposed change. And maybe change is the wrong word. I don't know, I mean, if you're a dishwasher, you can't stop being a dishwasher. But there's more. Maybe that's not a good analogy. Humans are like dishwashers. You see, we wash things till we can't no more. We run until we break. Which electrical appliance do you most relate to? For me, maybe it's a toaster. I feel like a toaster. You know? Like, I'm good for like a decent amount of time. And then some days the toast is done. And I gotta take a break before, a reset and, repeat it all over again. I guess this week has been the toast was done, I'm resetting. That's what this week was. Yeah, I think I feel like a toaster. Some people are ovens. They can just go. Like, they run hot for a long time. Maybe that's the wrong way to phrase it. That can mean something else. My point is, there is no point. I don't know. My point is, I'm a toaster. And maybe I can't stop being a toaster, but maybe I can use being a toaster to my advantage. How can I be a better toaster? How can I toast better? Because if I am a toaster, which I said that I am, so I am a toaster. I am a toaster. Right now I feel like a toaster from a thrift store. Maybe a little rusty, a little uneven. A little secluded. Perhaps not fulfilling its potential. And you see, the thing about being a toaster a human toaster, if you will. If you will, what does that mean? Is that I gotta fix myself. And maybe that's impossible. I mean, ovens have a self-clean feature. I guess, you know what? No. Toasters have a little tray at the bottom where all the crumbs from the bread that you toast drop down and collect. Maybe I need to take some time and clean that out. I've let that build up too much. I need to clean that out. I need to be more methodical with my toasts. Try and be more consistent, perhaps. Get a nice, even toasted doneness. I feel like right now it's kind of splotchy toast, you know? Some parts get burned and some parts are still room temperature. More of an even heat. And maybe I'm springing the toast up too much. You know, too high. Too much. Explosive power is fine, but it's uncontrolled. Perhaps I need to reel it in, to control it. See, I know I can be a better toaster. And I know there are ways to do it. It just takes work and time. Because I don't want temporary solutions. I want to make long-lasting changes. And I think that's a constant battle. Certainly things will get easier. But they'll never go away. And easier in the way that just become more comfortable with it. It becomes familiar. It becomes a habit. The habit may be difficult or unpleasant. Maybe that's just the start. Maybe it won't ever go away, but I don't know because I've never tried. To be a toaster. Well, the question is, if I'm the toaster, who's the toast? Or what is the toast? My emotions? Are my emotions what I'm toasting? My emotions, or is the toast what I do? The actions that I take? I feel like that's the spring. The spring is the actions I take. The heat are the emotions that I feel. No, maybe the spring is the emotions. The spring is the emotions. The heat are the actions I take. Because if the heat is sporadic, that's a fun word. So how do you spell it? Sporadic? Is that right? That's a great word. Top 10 words, maybe. Sporadic. there's sporadic heat. It's like, I mean, it's inconsistent. That doesn't mean I have to, like, work my bones to dust. It just means a little more consistency. Instead of doing 100 things on Monday and 2 things on Tuesday, try and go maybe 50 things on Monday and 50 things on Tuesday. A little more even. Giving myself room to breathe every day. Not burning myself out. Yes, indeed, the more I speak of it, the more I truly believe that I am a toaster. What was the toast again? I forget. The heat, but I've already forgotten what I was saying. The toast of the town. To the toast of the town. Why is it called a toast? Here's to bread. Hey, cheers to bread. Cheers to whoever invented bread, man. You're like kind of the best. I don't know, dude. It's like the best, man. It's just absolutely crazy. Wow. Toast. Maybe I'm the toast, man. Life is the toaster. Life is the toaster. If I were toast, if I were a slice of bread, because I don't think I'm a whole loaf. I think I'm a slice. I'm a slice of bread. Would I be like white bread? Would I be whole grain bread? Whole wheat bread? Sourdough? What would I be? I think I would be raisin bread. Well, I don't know. Would I be raisin bread? No, that doesn't quite feel right. Feels too complicated, too ordered, too complicated, too sweet, I guess. I don't feel like I'm totally, I'm definitely like white bread territory. What's something that's close to white bread, but it isn't? White bread adjacent, I guess. Whole grain bread? Yeah, I guess. Maybe white bread, but I got like seeds or something sprinkled on top, A little bit of, this is a great word, accoutrement. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know how to spell that. Accoutrement. Sounds French. Anyway, takeaway, I'm a toaster. What are you? I hope you have a good week. Go out and do something. I don't know. Why not? Might as well. Alright. I'll see you next week.